This video overviews how to set up the outgoing data within the Waypoint software. It covers customers, who you're sending the data to, and campaigns, which is where and how the data is being sent. To set up a customer, simply click the plus button at the top right of the screen. From here you can input the customer name, contact title, the contact's first and last name, the email address, city, state, zip code, and phone number of the contact. Additionally, you can input the billing address, billing city, billing state, and billing zip code into these fields, as well as the accounting contact, accounting email, and accounting phone number here. While it is not required to have all these fields filled out, it is recommended to fill out as many fields as possible in order to better reference your customers. Once you've completed inputting the information, hit the Save Changes button and your vendor will be created. You are able to manually scroll through the list of vendors you have created or search for one by typing in the name. Once your customers have been created, it is time to set up the campaigns. Here you can generate your outgoing datasets and determine the filters and sources of data for them. To set up the new campaign, hit the plus icon at the top right. This will bring you to the Campaign Details menu. Select a customer from the previously created customers and input a campaign name that is relevant to who and what you are sending. Select a delivery method, whether it be SOAP, HTML email, plain text email, XML post, HTTP post, HTTP GET, or FTP. Once the delivery method has been set, you will need to specify if the outgoing data is exclusive or shared. Enter the destination that the data is being sent to, as well as the username and password if the delivery method is FTP. You may enter the valid responses from the remote database that the information is being sent to. By default, the campaigns are set to active, but you may change the status to suspended or pending if you so desire. You may also input a rate for the leads, and the revenue will automatically be calculated based on the number of leads that are sent. Assign the campaign to a campaign group and input any additional notes that you have on the campaign. You may set a delivery throttle for the campaign that will limit the campaign to send out one lead per the value that is designated by the delivery throttle. This feature is extremely useful in creating drip feeds for email marketing. Once you have filled out your campaign's information, hit the Save Changes button and your campaign will be created. This will bring you to the leads per day and data mapping portion of the campaign. Under the campaign lead reception, you are able to set daily campaign maxes and the total campaign max for outgoing leads. Once these values have been reached for the day, no more leads will be sent. Likewise, once the values have reached the campaign max, the campaign will become inactive. You may also set a start and end time for the campaign, or select all-day leads for all-day delivery. Please note that the campaign lead reception must be filled out in order for your campaign to post leads out. Further down is the data mapping portion of the campaign. Simply enter your parameter name and map it to a field, or map it to a static value inputted by you. There is no coding required to input data mapping. Additionally, you may click the Import Mapping from URL button to post an example string into the import mappings. Once you hit the Import button, simply map the fields to your parameters and your data mapping is complete. Once all your mapping and campaign details have been completed, hit the Save Changes button at the top. Now that your campaign has been created, you may perform various actions to it by using the radio buttons located at the right. The Historical Performance button allows you to see the past 2 weeks' activity of your campaign. You may also suspend or edit your campaign details at any time. To add the source mix to the campaign, click this button here. You may choose to draw from all sources, or select individual sources for the campaign to draw from. By selecting the Draw from All Sources, it will ignore your individual source selection. By selecting a source, you are effectively enabling your campaign to start sending data. Once you have selected the sources you want your campaign to draw data from, hit the Save Changes button. You are able to clone your campaign, which will make a duplicate copy of the campaign except for the source selection and filters for the campaign. To add filters to a campaign, hit the Edit Filters button. From here you are able to edit the filters for the campaign. Simply find the value you wish to filter for, select the filter types such as must equals, contains, or empty, and input the value under the value box. You may also suppress values by changing the suppress box to yes. There is no limit to the amount of filters you can add, and your campaign will only send leads that meet the specific criteria in your campaign filters. When you have finished setting up your campaign filters, hit the Save Changes button. You may delete the campaign at any time, but we always suggest suspending the campaign over deleting it, so you may access the data in the future. By clicking this button, you are able to see all the leads that the source has sent. This concludes the setup for customers and campaigns inside the Waypoint software. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact us or post in the comments below.